Today we are looking at the interior of this 2024 Acura RDX Advance. So how much does $54,000 give you on the inside? Let's go ahead and find out. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we have the RDX Advance, which means that this is the most luxurious RDX that you can get. The door panel is going to be made of soft touch plastic on the top, a little bit of leather, some open pore wood trim, 2-person memory seats, all of your window controls, real metal speaker grills, a lot of white contrast stitching, leather on your armrest, and a little bit of storage down below. You have Acura door sills, and your seats will be made of premium Milano leather with a lot of piping and white contrast stitching. These will be 16-way power adjusting, including bolster adjustment, thigh extension, and 4-way lumbar support. Let's go ahead and hop inside. Now let's take a look at the steering wheel because this is very important for daily driving. This will be very nicely leather wrapped and heated. The A-Spec model will add perforated leather on the sides, and you will have a flat bottom. Taking a look at the gauge cluster, it's going to be the old Acura design with the 2 analog gauges and the small digital display in the center. It is customizable, but I wish that they would have updated that for 2024. However, you do get a head-up display on the A-Spec Advance and the Advance models. Taking a look at materials, you'll find leather wrapped through here, a ton of gloss black through this console, soft touch plastic up here, some leather wrapped through here, and open pore wood trim, and you'll find a lot of that white contrast stitching. Also, there is some aluminum right here and more open pore wood. Taking a look at storage, this is not going to be the strongest area of the RDX, but it is still adequate for the size. You get a little bit of space in there, and you have 2 cup holders and another cubby for a couple of Twinkies. You also are going to find a center pass-through with a wireless phone charger. Taking a look at the climate controls, this will be dual zone on every RDX, and it will be fully physical, so that means it's going to be very easy to use. You also will find 3 stages of heated seats and 3 stages of ventilated seats. You can also turn on auto, which will adjust the ventilated and heated seats by the temperature inside. Now let's move on to the infotainment system. While the 2025 MDX has a touchscreen, this remains using the touchpad. Now, if you get used to it, it's no big deal, but when you first use it, it might be a little bit strange. So if you want to go to navigation, you just have to push the top left corner of the touchpad. And then you just click the home button to go home. So it's not where you have to make the mouse go all the way up to navigation. You just touch the top left corner and push it in. You also have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now let's take a look at the cameras. The sensors are going off because my tripod is right there, and I would like to see it take up the whole screen. As you can see, there's a big blank spot right there. Now, you do have active trajectory and a couple different views. You also get a 360-degree view, and when you put it in drive and push this button, you have a front-facing camera and the same 360-degree view. You can also go through the different views right here. So you have a wide view, and you can view the wheels. Taking a look up top, you'll find a frameless rear view mirror and a large panoramic sunroof. Now let's move on to the passenger side. The door panel will be the same with the leather wrap, the open pore wood, and the metal speaker grills, and you also get these 16-way power adjustable seats with heating, ventilating, and perforation. Inside the RDX, you get some more wood trim, you get this leather wrap through here, and when you open up the glove box, which could be done with this button, you'll get a good amount of room with 2 levels. Down below, you also have a center pass-through, which I forgot to mention on the other side, with a wireless phone charger and a USB-C
Overall, the passenger side of the...
But now it's time to check out the rear seats and see all that the RDX has to offer. The door panel will be basically the same without any wood trim. There is still leather on the armrest and a little bit of storage down below. As far as the seats themselves, they'll be made of the same premium Milano leather with heating. They will also recline, but they won't slide. As far as the amenities, you'll find a seat back pocket right here. The back will be covered in plastic so that kids don't get it dirty and it's easy to clean. In the center here, you'll find 3 stages of heated seats for both the left and the right side. USB-C ports are included down below. A center console comes out of the middle seat and you'll get a padded armrest and 2 cup holders. Now it's time to look at the cargo area and see how much space you will get compared to the competitors. To open up the trunk, there is an available hands-free power tailgate, which is very helpful when loading in a bunch of items. Behind the second row, you will find about 29.5 cubic feet of space. That is definitely pretty good for this class. You also get a cubby to the left and the right side. There is also a ton of underfloor storage, and the only other place that I've seen this is an EV, specifically the Tesla Model S. You can push it up and then you'll find a lot more space underneath the second area. To fold down the seats, there are these levers right here, which is super convenient. Behind the first row, you'll find 58.9 cubic feet. That is a lot for this class, and I'm very impressed with all of the underfloor storage that you get back here. To close it up, you're just going to push the center button.